How's it going today? It's Thomas Steed here. Just wanted to do a quick video talking about the gloves that I have started field testing a little bit, and I wanted to go over, some more of the gloves that were sent to me and kind of introduce you guys a little bit further into this company or this network of companies or the umbrella of companies. You got the main company and then several different subsidiary companies underneath, different name brands to them. So you got Leaf International, gloves, leather, and safety products manufacturer, and then there's your Gray Wolf, which is your electrical protection, your electric arc protection suits and aluminized safety apparel, welding gear, all of that. And then you've also got your, obviously, the X Pro line with such as the Stingray glove or the Godzilla glove. And aside from that, you've also got the R Max and R Safe. R Safe is Rashid Ahmed and Sons. And when it comes to the general line of stuff, if you're one of those larger companies and you're wanting to get into something to throw name brands on your products, you want somebody else to manufacture, you're a manufacturer, you want somebody else to produce your gloves and throw your name on it, that's what our safe's going to be more geared towards for you. But before we get too much further into all of this and talking details, like, share, subscribe, comment in the comment section. I'm also going to have a Streamlabs link that I will have in probably the comments and the description, one or the other, maybe both. I started this because my channel is not monetized at this point in time, not big enough yet, and obviously these videos do take some time, and if you're enjoying the content, if you'd feel gracious enough to throw me a little bit of a donation, it's, help towards the cause. I got family, I've got places to be, things to do, and, these videos do take some time, and purchasing products to do review videos on does take time, and luckily this company has been gracious enough to send me quite a bit of a lineup here to talk about and show you. And so without further ado, let's kind of go into it. So we've got the Godzilla impact gloves. These are not actually motorcycle gloves by any means, but that's what I've been wearing them and using them for. They got that really nice bright green and fluorescent green and orange. So they stand out great for right there on the knuckles on the electric bike that I got, the Aerial Rider Grizzly. Yeah, there we go. Aside from that, I've got the, kind of more of a standard, just generic glove. I've been using it for, just my landscaping stuff, gardening, mowing, string trimming. This is a large. I've got a pretty fat hand. Normally in like kitchen gloves and latex gloves, neoprene, stuff like that, I usually wear extra large. So a large fitting like this is pretty good. I like the dexterity, the fit on that. Feels good. So next we're going to talk about the Stingrays, and these are like this is the cream of the crop, boys and girls. These are the best impact and cut resistant gloves on the market. These were made particularly aimed at the oil fields, and they have just taken off in just about every market that people have found them and started using them. The dexterity in these things is amazing. When I first put them on, I was a little bit questioning, but after flexing them some and getting it kind of broken into the hand, these things are fantastic. I absolutely love them. After several roofs, the only bit that I'm seeing is right on the tips of those fingers, the actual cut protected portion here. Not a darn bit of damage, and that's from me being up on roofs marking up for, damage that I'm finding when doing these inspections, I use chalk. And when it starts to get down there towards the end of it, you end up rubbing the tips of your gloves off relatively quick. And I can tell you right now, these have already lasted longer than the tips on 2 pairs of regular leather gloves that I've used doing it. So, if that's a testament to the abrasion and cut resistance of the gloves, yeah, they're good. They're real good, real good. So on these, you got, there's your cut and impact resistant levels, puncture resistance as well. And I'm not sure if this is accurate on the Stingrays. I think these might have been a prototype Stingray, because if I remember correctly, the impact or the cut and puncture resistant level is actually higher on these than on these. But I think that they just had it's the same type of a neoprene collar on both of those gloves, and I think that was just a prototype. So it didn't have the actual numbers on there. Now we're gonna look at some of the welding heat protection and such that they sent my way, which I'm amazed that these guys were willing to send me as much as they had, and that's a testament to a company that really cares about trying to get their name out there and showing what they got. And what they got is quite a lot. It's good stuff. This is their welding glove. It's a straight up, nice, high quality welding gauntlet that you can just look at it. Just look at it and see how good this is right here. Feels great. Dexterity's fantastic for a welding glove. I don't know if you've ever worn a welding glove, you know that they're about as stiff as they come, and about all you can functionally do with dexterity is hold your wire feed. That's about it. Just squeeze the trigger. Then you got your Tig Gloves. And these are just cut level 5, puncture 3. And these are just some more generic welding gloves. Now this one right here, this is probably going to be more so relegated towards cast iron cooking and stuff is what I'm going to use it for. But these ones here I'm probably going to pass off to one of my cousins that actually welds for a living, and let him really put these through the ringer so that we can take a look later and see how they fare compared to the other gloves that he's used to using, and we'll get a pretty good look at it, and then you guys get a fair idea. Then they also sent me these. This is their impact resistant welding glove, the Mech West by R Safe. Now I really like these. They've got a fantastic lining on them. It's nice and grippy all throughout. Impact resistant, fire resistant. These are just great. Let's see what they got. It's the 8025 large, and they get on good. They feel good, nice and dexterous. I haven't really flexed these enough to say, oh yeah, they're broken in and they're super comfortable, but if they're anything like any of the other impact gloves that I've tried from these guys so far, they are gonna be fantastic. look at the more kind of standard work gloves, industrial grade glove type of, you know, the ones that you go to and when you work in a factory and they just kind of hand them out. These are a nice safety yellow with fabric back, fully lined finger, thumb, and palm. They're not the most dexterous gloves, but I mean, if you're working doing road construction, asphalt, and stuff like that, those are great. It's what I'd use them for. It's where I ran into work gloves like that. My first time was working asphalt when I was like 18. Next is going to be kind of a step up from that. These have got your full split grain cowhide on the back, palms, on the finger, and then I want to say it feels like goat skin on the rest of it. Now that's a nice, good, durable work glove with thick protection on the fingers and a nice flex points on there, so it doesn't restrict your motion. These are a lot more dexterous than a lot of other safety gloves that I've worn in my day, so I've got to give them credit for that, you know. I don't know if you are all that aware of textiles in Pakistan, but Pakistan does their fabrics, leathers, and textiles better than just about anyone out there. I love America, all about all American made, but sometimes you got to give credit where credit's due. In Pakistan, I mean, they make pretty much all of the gis out there in jiu-jitsu, judo, and all of that, just because their limbs, their fabric making, their weaves, all of that, they're on another level when it comes right down to it. Their textile game is better than anywhere else, in my personal opinion. These are, I didn't even realize how nice these were until I tried to shoot this video the first time. Yeah, I know, I didn't Ed Wood this one. This ain't the one-shot take. But you wouldn't know that watching it because I've stumbled over my own words several times. So anyways, the fabric on the back of these is just amazing when it comes to an industrial work glove. If I was handed this at a company, you know, working in a factory or in any kind of an industrial work setting, or even, heck, even if it was just road construction, I don't know, maybe with road construction I wouldn't be so happy with the back of this because of the potential of that maybe being a fabric that might melt, but it's nice and soft and breathable. You don't get that in this type of glove. It's just not something that you find, and they got it. So if you're looking at throwing your name on a glove and producing it and giving it out to all your employees with your company's name on it, the R-Safe brand is fantastic to look at. That's kind of more so what they specialize in. The X-Pros, great impact safety gloves and all that. Gray Wolf by R-Safe, the Arc and Welding Aluminized Safety Apparel, all that's fantastic. And then I was just going to kind of take a rundown here of the catalog that they sent me here. Let's get to the table of contents. I'll give you a nice close-up on that. If you really want, you can pause it and look through that. You got your Cut and heat resistant leather gloves, anti-impact and anti-vibration gloves, working gloves, driver gloves, Tig and MIG welding gloves, industrial work gloves, firefighter gloves, electrical protective gloves, utility gloves, mechanic gloves, gardening gloves, cycling, knuckled gloves for riding your road bike. They got them. They make them. Motorcycle gloves. Yes, they do have motorcycle gloves with the carbon knuckles, so you don't have to look like some goof like me riding around with impact gloves as your riding gloves. They've got golf gloves. You might have your golf shoes, but do you have golf gloves? They got golf gloves for you. They've got mittens. They've got Leaf Westport products, safety wear, high-vis jackets and stuff. So here's some cycling and weightlifting gloves right there. The motorcycle gloves is the next section. I mean, look at that. Look at that glove. Look at that glove. All right. Anyways, we're getting long-winded here. If you watched for 16 minutes, I appreciate it. Thank you for your time. Now, once again, like, share, subscribe, comment in the comment section, and do consider on throwing me a couple of bucks or so through the Streamlabs link. It's new. I'm gonna get used to saying that. Anyways, thank you all for your time. I appreciate it.